All right, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I knew that Snake was gonna upload his part. Hold on, let me make sure I can hear me for one. What's going on with y'all? What's going on, Carrie, Prodigy, Brief? He said, low key, I don't give a fuck about the beef, but I'm still watch. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. It's just interesting, bro. But I ain't gonna lie. This shit is getting dragged. Like, hopefully, this is the last one. You know what I mean? Because I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. If Lemon go ahead and drops a response video, I don't think I'm gonna continue to watch it. You know what I mean? Because now I feel like, look at this shit. Like, I just clicked on the video and it's talking about a warning to Peaceful Lemon and delete your game. Everything shown in this video is based on mine and Historia's own research. The burden of proof lies with the persons who released these videos, disturbing unvetted evidence from third-party sources with the intention of defend. Like, it's getting to the point to where they try and get the court involved and shit like that. Like, and it's both of them, bro. And it's like, bro, I never, I never seen no shit like this before, bro. I never seen no shit like this before. Like, I never seen GTA beef. I never seen GTA beef get to the point to where the court has to get involved, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that shit is funny to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, cause you know me, I've been in a lot of GTA beefs, bro. But it was never to the point to where motherfucker in real life police got involved. This is crazy. And both ends, Snake and Lemon, they both talking about getting the court involved, bro. I think Lemon started it, but regardless, man, like, they talking about laws and shit, fam. It's like, brother, this shit could have all been avoided if they just 1v1 and that's it. But like I said, Snake doesn't care to 1v1. He doesn't care, bro. You know, Snake just doesn't care. He just wants to prove that Lemon is a bad guy, you know, but I just think that you can't point fingers when you've also did some shady stuff in the past. That's all my thing is, you know. You feel me? Cuz at that point it's like both y'all are fucked up. You know, both y'all use exploits, both y'all grieved, you know what I mean? Like, however you want to put it, bruh. Play a cool record, they might try to drag you in it. They can't drag me. First of all, I'm cool with both, but they can't drag me in it, bro. It's just not gonna work. What they gonna say? You know, Snake can't. It's like at this point, bro. It's like the beef is stupid. Chat, what do y'all think? The beef stupid? Yes or no? Y'all think the beef stupid? I think it's been stupid since it began. If I'm being honest with you, bro, it's just is entertaining though. It's entertaining stupid beef. Cause now I low key want to see what the fuck Snake gotta say. Because I done reacted to that long ass Lemon video. It's like an hour long. And Snake drops a video that's a half hour long. So setting the record straight. What is it, the video called? Truth versus lies, setting the record straight. So yeah, it's gonna be my first time reacting to this shit. I'm fresh out of work. I ain't gonna lie. My boy's story was good. I heard you got a feature in this video, my boy. So you got to see what Snake is talking about, bro. Spoiler alert, you got mentioned in this video? Really? I can't wait. I cannot wait to see what was said, bro. I cannot wait. It's literally the only thing going on in the community. You know, I gotta react to it, bro. You feel me? I just became a reaction channel from the past year, you know? It's the only thing that's going on, you feel me? So hey, why not? Why not? And this beef is kind of big right now. I ain't gonna lie. But all right, y'all boys, make sure to leave a like on the video. I mean, on the stream if you haven't already, and the video if you haven't watched it. And we about to see what this is about. All right. We done reacted to that 1 hour long video of Peaceful Lemon. Like I said, I'm gonna be straightforward with my opinions and thoughts and everything here. And let's see what was said in this video. Apparently, I got mentioned in this video, so let's see. I want to see what was said.
Coming up in this one, I'm going to be talking about the videos released by Peaceful Lemon and the Leech Your Game. I'll be speaking honestly and clearing a few things up.
Nigga, what? He just called the nigga the leech. You're nah, fam. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, delete. You gotta get the strap for that, fam.
I'll be speaking
The leech
honestly
your
and
game.
clearing a few things up.
That's funny.
As
That's
there
a good
seems
one.
to be a lot of misinformation and slanderous comments circulating about me because of these two.
I did call y'all for
Towards the end
one
of this
tennis.
video,
What?
I'll have a special guest joining us to explain
Wait.
in detail about.
Wait, Astora, are you making your own video, or like is everything like is your video and his video? Cause I thought you were making like your own little video. Shnake doesn't even do anything. He used someone else to talk. What you mean? What you mean? It's literally the only thing going on in the community. Yo, Astora, off where take a shot. I may have had a small segment. I'm saying though, like you said you was gonna make your own video. So like, are you making your own? Like, is your video in this video? Like, did you make your video and it was like, here, Snake, like, you know what I mean? Like, here, Snake. Or are you making your own video and you're going to post that shit? Like, that's where, because I remember you saying in the comments that you was going to work on the shit or whatever the case. Feel me? Very stupid beef. We can't see the screen. Oh, why didn't y'all say something? What are you, yo, come on, bro. Hold on.
Coming up in this.
Bro, y'all niggas, bro, why didn't y'all say something, bro? What is wrong? What is wrong with y'all, bro? Y'all niggas ain't say shit. Y'all just gonna look at the black screen and just see me reacting to the black screen. That's kind of crazy, Gon. That's crazy. All right, let's see, man.
Next one, I'm going to be talking about the videos released by Peaceful Lemon and the Leech Your
The
Game.
Leech Your Game. Y'all ain't like that's funny though.
And clearing a few things up.
Okay.
As there seems to be a lot of misinformation and slanderous comments circulating about me because of these two. Towards the end of this video, I'll have a special guest joining us to explain in detail about some of the ways Lemon has been deceiving us all and how both he and his friend group tried to hide this information. Strap yourself in for this one.
Here we go.
First of all, I want to talk about the part of Lemon's video where he suggests I'm a racist. He made it seem like I just found some poor innocent mother and started to send toxic messages to her. This person was in several of my older videos and was even in a video by Eliza. This is one of the most hate-filled, toxic people I've ever encountered in this game. Someone who stalked me on multiple accounts with 2 Xboxes and orbed me continuously with over 40 different accounts for weeks on end. She even sent me a bunch of toxic, hateful messages back then, too. There was nothing racist about me saying her child was an ugly monkey baby. It may have been a mean thing to say, but...
Yo, bro, I can't, like, bro, this beef, this beef, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro, this shit is hilarious, bro. This shit is, and it's the AI too, bro, like, bro, oh my God.
How all parties involved are white and Irish, I struggle to see how that could be misconstrued as racist. And I want to point out that yes, I can be quite toxic in messages to these types of players. I even show it in my videos, but I give back what I get.
Right.
If people start being toxic with me, I'll give it right back to them with both barrels. Lemon had obviously been looking at my Xbox profile on a daily basis and noticed my followers there were being botted. He suggested that I was doing this myself for some reason, but if he did even the tiniest bit of research, he would have seen my post where I was complaining about a guy from one of my previous videos, someone whose ego was so bruised that he started paying for botted followers on my Xbox account, even openly admitting to it. He goes on to say that because he thought I was botting my Xbox followers, that I was probably faking my YouTube numbers too, and that he couldn't understand why people even watch my videos. This is textbook jealousy, or in his TikTok brain rot language, copium. So to clear up any doubts about this, I'm going to show you my YouTube analytics over the last 90 days. If I was botting my views, the click-through rate and average view duration would be absolute garbage. My numbers are slightly above average, but they are consistent, which is why my channel has been doing well lately. You can also see that traffic on my channel was all brought in from organic sources, meaning the YouTube home screen, suggested videos, and search results. If someone was botting views, their numbers wouldn't look anything like this. Lemon spoke about
okay, Snake.
Pro. I made 2 videos when I happened to bump into Metal on PS5. This was around 10 months ago. I haven't seen or heard from him since then.
Okay.
He goes on to talk about the inappropriate
Yeah,
images on their Discord.
Talk about that.
And if it's true, it's disgusting. So I want to thank Lemon for pointing this out to me and for helping keep the community safer with this information. I'm really glad to say I can instantly return the favor and warn Lemon and the wider community about a similar threat.
Oh.
Lemon's best friend for the last few years has allegedly been sending some of the most revolting messages I've ever seen, and he's allegedly
yo, these niggas, hold on, bro. Like, bro, y'all niggas are so dirty. Like, y'all so messy, bro. Like, yo, it's like, hold on, fam. Who it is?
Sending these to underage Discord users.
Oh.
So it might be worth reviewing your own friends list, Lemon. Seeing as how you're friends with openly racist, anti-Semitic, and homophobic people, I'm interested to see where you draw the line and how low your moral compass can go. And speaking of his revolting friends, let's have a quick chat about the Leech Your Game and have a look.
Yo, this shit is so messy, bro.
Populate his comments section.
This shit is so messy.
When you go there first, you're greeted with this message telling you to be nice and that racism. And
hold on, fam. Hold on. Getting real messy in this motherfucker. Hold on, be right back. Hold on, fam. Nah, cause it's getting. Hold on. Yeah, they getting. Hold on, like y'all niggas, y'all want to fight? Y'all niggas might as well fight.
Speech is not
just fight. Fuck the court. Throw them bitches. Like, do something.
He even spoke about moving on
just
from
fight.
his old toxic ways. But a few weeks later, he puts up this disgusting, hateful post.
Are people part of the are people part of the LGBTQ community mentally ill? I say, yeah, explain. Yo, hold on, bro. Yo, there's no way to delete. He came for all the drag queens, not the game. You gonna come for all the robots, my nigga? The robots, not the robots.
But as bad as the post was,
yo, this shit killing me, bro.
Imagine laughing your ass off at the thought of a child being abused. Shame on you, buddy.
True, but you can't escape these LG.
He was smart enough to remove this post and all the comments, but that only happened when he made a video with A. Liza. Literally the next day, this post was taken down. This is the Leech Game in a nutshell. A horrible little man-child who says disgusting things on a daily basis and doesn't even have the guts to stand by his hateful words when he thinks it.
Not the Transformer. I'm saying though, not the Transformer, bro. Not gonna lie, that's not a disgusting post. That's facts. That's crazy. Man, Gons put some better. What the fuck? What is that? I don't know what that is. That sounds like some sauce or some shit. I don't fucking know. I got corn on the cob about to put in the microwave right now. Oh, I'm saying, God, I'm saying. Yeah, me and Rico got the same idea. Hold up, be right back. Oh, shit.
Point something out about this whole juice
box
emoji business.
Whoa, what the fuck is that right there?
I want to point something out about this whole juice box emoji business. Lemon ignored this completely, but Delete Your Game came out and said this was his political opinion. This was a weak attempt to save face.
Right.
A political opinion would be to call out the Israeli government for what's going on in Gaza. using juice box emojis and talking about Jewish people in a derogatory way while allowing the people in their comments section to run wild is just so wrong. It's not a political opinion, it's just a way to express your hateful views. Call it what you want. Racist, anti-Semitic, bigotry. At the end of the day, it's just thinly veiled hate speech.
Okay.
I just want to speak for a minute about the off-radar glitch that I did a few years ago.
Okay.
A lot of you have been mentioning it.
Yeah.
So about 3 years ago...
Hold on, be right back. Hold on, be right back. Shit.
Before I had a YouTube channel, I was close to giving up on GTA. There were so many glitches that went unfixed. The agency God mode, the God mode speedo van, facility God mode, and multiple off-radar glitches. All of these on top of being stalked by toxic players and coming up against people using lag switches. I was ready to just give up completely. Then a friend of mine showed me how to do the casino off-radar glitch because it allowed you to see players who were doing the same glitch, meaning you could find them easy enough. I'm not going to pretend that I didn't take advantage of this glitch in the following weeks before it was patched, and I won't make excuses for what I was doing. It was wrong and I regret it. I had never done it before or since that time.
Okay.
But seeing Matt's video was embarrassing, and I vowed to myself to never do that again.
Okay.
This was around the time I decided that instead of stooping to the level of these cheaters, that I would make a YouTube channel centered around fighting and exposing these types of players.
Okay.
But to people who say, how can I call Lemon out for cheating when I cheated
when
too?
you cheated too, right.
It's not the same thing.
Right.
I did an off-radar glitch a handful of times years ago.
Right.
He built an entire career where he made us all believe that he was some kind of expert at the game, when in the background he was using a mod menu. My previous video didn't focus enough on the PvP mods he used. I just spoke about the fact that he was definitely running a mod menu to crash people's games, a fact that he didn't dispute or talk about in his video. So here to talk about the technical facts about Lemon using PvP mods is a YouTuber you'll probably all know, Istura.
Okay.
Hello everyone. Obviously, I've been called out in Peaceful Lemon's Shnake Expose video, and a number of claims have been made.
See, we gotta say a story.
That I have been faking evidence against Peaceful Lemon, going as far as to create fake clips about him.
Istura and his PvP Hub Discord server with almost 6,000 users even went as far as faking stuff about me, claiming things like me DDoSing people. It even got to the point where Istura and his PvP Hub members were faking clips about me.
He says that we used spoofed accounts to impersonate Lemon.
It's not hard to frame someone, especially when GTA 5 on PC back in 2023 had name spoofing through mod menus.
That is true.
Istura and his friends got plenty of friends with mod menus. So asking one of them to pretend to be me isn't far-fetched at all.
And resorting to create a fake Peaceful Lemon on stream to trick our audience into believing it was him.
During this stream, they decided to frame me. Istura and Joker asked one of their friends to create a Peaceful Lemon account and join into the session just so they could get kills on my character and flex with it to their viewers. Everyone in the chat thought it was actually me.
These things are false and can be very easily disproven. What's worse is that these aren't mistakes, oh no, but a very purposeful, intentional effort to deceive you, the audience. He knows that he was lying and chose to do it anyway. Don't believe me? Let me just show you an example off the bat.
Everyone in the chat thought it was actually me. There you can see just how far this entire group, Istura and his PvP Hub members, is willing to go.
This is obviously false, and is a very bad attempt at trying to deceive all of you, as if you simply just check the live stream that anyone can still access publicly. You can hear us say this.
Anybody wondering? No, we're not fighting the actual modder.
Yeah, they did say that.
This is just somebody else.
No.
They did, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they did say that.
It
They
ain't
did say
no
that.
real brother.
Sush, who is even
You can
playing
tell they
on
were
that
fucking
account?
around.
It's Lockheed from my Discord.
Oh, it's Lucky.
It's clearly not him, but he chose to leave out this important piece of context out
People
of his
in the comments
video
really think
in
it's
an
me.
attempt to trick all of you. It's so silly too, because it's so easy to disprove this lie. He's actively defaming everyone who took place in that stream knowingly. Not only that, he just makes basic mistakes, like thinking when Sushi is speaking, it's me.
Bro, you mud me here. What the fuck? What the freak?
He clearly hasn't put any time or effort into his response. This is obviously someone who thinks they can get away with blatant lying. He claims we spread misinformation, yet he does it so blatantly. And unlike him, we have evidence to back up what we're saying. We don't need to lie, just like Peaceful Lemon just did.
Okay.
So going forward, just keep in mind how he thinks he can get away with lying.
Okay.
Peaceful Lemon is a modder. He has been known to be a modder for years. Not only did he mod under the old pseudonym Princezuko by crashing the games of people he disliked with mods, he's knowingly used others to do it for him for years after the fact. And not only that, there is strong evidence he has used such things as Silent Aimbot, going as far as to potentially have even used it against U vs Pro in their 1v1. Those are big claims, but I wouldn't be talking about them if I didn't think they were true and couldn't back them up. And not only that, I'm not the only one making the allegations, but Peaceful Lemon's own friends are doing it too. So firstly, did he used to crash people? Yes. He used to go by a different name, Princezuko. And if you don't believe this is him, you can see the old TikToks of his that are still available to this day that use his name. Now, if you were back on PC around this time, you'd have heard that he was quite the prolific crasher and modder. But you don't have to take my word for it, because Peaceful Lemon has already confessed to doing this. Here, as you can see, we see that he is confronted by someone with screenshots saying that he crashed players who cheat in PvP. So, these screenshots essentially show that Lemon is admitting to crashing players.
Right.
His defense against this is that since spoofed accounts exist, anyone could have been saying this.
Okay.
It might not be him making this confession.
Okay.
And
W
he's
point.
right.
W point.
Besides the fact that he posts his own screenshots from the exact same conversation, showing it was in fact him. But there's also another issue, because when confronted about this conversation in Discord, he doesn't deny it's him or defend himself. He doubles down and agrees that he crashes people. This is Peaceful Lemon's old Discord account, and as you can tell through the mutual friends list, and old screenshots of him sharing his old deleted videos, this is obviously the real him. One thing to point out is that he says that he only crashed people that cheat heavily in PvP. This could potentially be a defensible point to make, but he's lying about it, as many videos created around the time he was active as Princezuko show him primarily crashing players for simply killing him in-game.
Bro, cook this shit. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. You know the drill.
Now, I have no doubt that most of the plays he did crash were probably really sweaty, toxic PvP players, using all manner of god mode glitches and whatnot. And his defense will be that it's justified to crash these players because they were playing dirty. But the problem is that Lemon also played this exact same way. As you can see throughout his entire video catalogue, using glitches like the RC Bandito glitch. He has no leg to stand on for crashing people for playing toxic in PvP, when he's been doing that his entire GTA career. Not to mention hiding in lobbies that have been locked so nobody can join him out of fear.
Rico mad quiet, his boyfriend got exposed. First of all, nigga, I said this 1,000 times before. I'm gonna say it again, spat ass nigga. I'm not taking nobody's sides, alright? I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Okay? This shit is entertaining, my nigga. Okay? So look, I've already told the whole world that Lemon crashed niggas. This is nothing new to me. I already knew the truth. Okay? The nigga crashed people in the past. Okay, boo-hoo. That shit's over and done with. So I get what his store is doing right now. He's proving that Lemon's that he crashed people. This is something that I already do. Okay, it's that simple. So I don't know what bro talking about in the comments. You need to get that snake dick out your mouth.
Alongside bragging about harassing people with his mods. These clips of him crashing people are the clips he referred to as me faking in his response. Yet, if you simply observe the clips, you can in fact see they are real. Notable PvP players on PC are playing alongside Lemon in these lobbies, such as his friend Pyron. For his claim to be true, I'd have needed to somehow get several people with mod menus to come together and name spoof everybody in these lobbies.
No, that's crazy.
Afterwards, get people I didn't even know existed at the time to upload them for me onto their YouTube channels.
No, that's crazy.
And then wait 4 years to make this video with some evidence.
No, that's crazy.
It seems a little far-fetched.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
lie.
lie.
What actually happened was that I began my investigation. I looked around in public places that anyone can access and simply found the evidence people had compiled over the years and just added it to my files. Now, he knows these screenshots exist, despite not choosing to address them in his response video to Shnake. Weird how he ignored those, right? He chose to conveniently not address them at all. I have actually been in contact with Peaceful Lemon throughout this entire process through a third party. That being a strange, creepy fellow by the name of Pyron, who you're obviously already familiar with. Pyron is an old, experienced GTA Online player on PC, and is close friends to Peaceful Lemon, going as far as to inviting him to his PvP crew and making him a high-ranking member. Through Pyron, I knew that any message would be relayed back to Lemon, which was later proven to be true through his response, as Lemon showed a leaked DM from between me and Pyron. So for whatever reason, Pyron was the messenger between us in that moment. So, when confronted with these screenshots showing that I knew that he had crashed people, and admitting to it, what was his defense against being caught in 4K on Discord? He said that he was just joking when he said that. Literally bringing out the "it's just a prank bro" defense in the year of our Lord 2025. Shameful. You, the viewer, can decide on what's more likely.
Hey, y'all can decide.
Just how important his reputation as the best player is to him above all else. I don't think admitting that you crash people as a joke helps that.
Nah, nigga.
To move on,
that ain't no joke.
Lemon's good friend Pyron,
that ain't no joke. That ain't no joke.
Anticipated. Unfortunately for him, for the past year I had infiltrated his crew and became his friend and somewhat gained his trust. As a result, he let a few things slip about Lemon that he probably shouldn't have. For instance, he admitted that Lemon had friends crashing people for him as well. People will make the claim that Lemon was weird back in the day, that he was a modder and crashed people ages ago. But today, he's a changed man. He stopped all of that years ago. Well, sadly, for all of you that may believe this... Recoil. That was a lie. I have it on good authority that at least one key person doing the crashing for Lemon was a player by the name of Demon Barnes, a fairly notorious modder on PC. To prove this is real, when confronted about a separate crashing issue, where once again Lemon had bragged about crashing another GTA Online player, he slipped up whilst trying to defend himself, saying that it wasn't him doing it, but watching as Demon, referring to Demon Barnes, was messing with him by crashing him and keeping him in story. This screenshot was accidentally provided to me by our good friend Pyron, who was leaking Peaceful Lemon's DMs to me every now and again given he thought I was his friend. Thank you. Now, whether Lemon or Demon Barnes or anyone else in that little Barnes family is crashing players on Lemon's behalf, the result is the same. Lemon is benefiting from mods to gain an unfair advantage, knowingly and purposefully. He will try and squirm out of this by pointing out a false hypocrisy between him sending his modder attack dog to crashing people's games whenever they log on, and others having a modder locker session to prevent it from being crashed. For instance, good friend Pyron points out that even U vs Pro has been in lobbies where a modder has locked a session to try and stop harassment. And it's true, that has happened in lobbies he's been in. Even I've been a part of lobbies where someone has brought a modder in to prevent from being harassed. But I hope you can probably see the difference in preventing harassment and causing the harassment itself. The funniest and saddest part about Lemon denying the fact that he mods is that even his own friends won't even deny it, because of how obvious it is. It's no secret within the PC scene that he's a cheater. It's an openly discussed topic by even those closest to him. Yet he still tries his best to deny it to protect his reputation, when even players he admits that are his friend will gladly admit that he mods too. Now, he can call his friends liars as well, but I doubt he'd want to say that this group of players are all liars, given what he knows they can do to someone when you get on their bad side. Now, I have no doubt that his modder friend also protected him in justified ways against justified targets too, since everyone on PC has been modded against in one way or another. However, in these screenshots, you can clearly see that Lemon had him crashed, literally only just for running his mouth, alongside saying he added his Rockstar ID to a list, so he could get someone to mod join his games to further harass him later on, simply for showcasing a video where somebody got kills on Lemon. He can't make the argument that he's solely using a modder to protect against other modders, when it's clear he's just simply harassing someone he doesn't like in an ego-fueled power trip. Everything you've seen up until now is why he is referred to by everyone as a modder. And in saying he is a modder, you'd be correct, because he harassed people with his mods. Naturally, as newer players come into the community, they don't know about this. They'll clash with the older players who lived through that experience. But there's a reason why nobody has forgiven him for this. Namely, because he still denies it. I gave him the opportunity to come clean about the crashing.
He's denying about crashing?
That confusion between newer and older players. Yet, he refused. If he wanted to turn over a new leaf, he could have admitted his wrongdoings and move on. But instead, he still lies about it and denies it to this day. And as a result, there are many people who won't let what he did go. But let's tackle the big stuff. Does Peaceful Lemon use Triggerbot, Silent Aimbot, or something akin to it? I'll let you make up your mind for yourself. But first, you have to know how both work. Triggerbot presses the fire button for you when your crosshair swipes over an enemy, even the smallest of pixels. It doesn't actually affect how you aim, however. You move the mouse yourself, so it wouldn't be picked up in a hand cam, for instance. It's just that it clicks fire automatically for you. Silent Aimbot, however, is a more nefarious tool. There are many ways to create a silent aimbot, but the most popular for GTA Online is by creating a bullet out of thin air and giving that bullet a coordinate to aim for. For instance, a chest or a head. This is usually created by modders using the shoot single button between chords command in the game's code, which I'm just showcasing for proof that this is how it works. Also, for Triggerbot, you can enable a magic bullet option, which is a form of silent aim, that works alongside the Triggerbot to ensure your shots always land. GTA Online snipers are hit scan based weapons, meaning the game doesn't physically spawn the bullet in the world and is affected by wind and drop and stuff like that. Hit scan works by drawing a ray, or for layman's terms, a line from the crosshair, and if that line hits an enemy, a shot is registered instantly, for the most part. However, the game does spawn two things when firing: bullet smoke, and most importantly, a bullet tracer. These are the little lines that spawn when you fire your weapon. A very good key to predicting if someone is using Silent Aimbot is by examining these tracers. Now, if I showcase a video where someone is using Silent Aimbot, you will notice that the tracers behave much differently. They spawn most, if not every single shot, and they shoot at odd angles. Angles you wouldn't expect. The tracer should spawn from the barrel, or along the path where you shot, not from these weird angles, especially vertically, since based on perspective, you should only see them horizontally. You will notice that these tracers will hit their target with pinpoint precision, and almost seem to track their target like a dart. This is a clear example of Silent Aimbot, obviously. So, shall we see Peaceful Lemon's clips? The worst example for this, for me, is Lemon's 1v1 against you versus Pro. There are a lot of weird tracer shots in this fight, specifically around the docks, but the most egregious is this. A very clear and obvious example of a silent aim tracer hitting you versus Pro's chest. The line spawns out of thin air and redirects into you versus Pro's chest. This is even worse when you consider the fact that you can see the blood splatter spawn in a completely different spot away from where the bullet tracer lands. Then, even worse,
I ain't gonna lie, Story, this some nerdy ass shit, fam. Like, this Story, you my nigga. But in order to prove somebody cheating, you gotta actually do some nerdy ass invest. Like, bro zoomed all the way to fuck end. Hold on, fam.
In a completely different... This is even worse when you consider the fact that you can see the blood splatter spawn in a completely different spot away from where the bullet tracer lands. Then, even worse, in the exact following shot, we see another one of these tracers spawn and hit you versus Pro in the chest, which finishes him off. Not only do we see other examples of tracers in this fight, the way it moves to track you versus Pro's chest, almost like a needler dart from Halo, is an embarrassing display of silent aim. Just putting these two clips side by side, you can clearly see the similarity. Bullets in GTA Online do not act like this. They don't magically spawn vertically out of thin air to hit the body. They don't move to track their target, and they don't act like this. And there are hundreds of examples throughout Peaceful Lemon's entire video catalogue. It is possible for legit tracer shots to show up during legit gameplay, but only under very specific circumstances. Because of the fact you can see them during legit gameplay sometimes too, you must examine the behaviour to make an accurate determination. However, with this U vs Pro example, there's no such defence. It's not even close to anything legit, and much closer to silent aim. As a result, it makes you bring everything else in the past into question. But you don't even have to take my word for it. Because Peaceful Lemon and Pyron brought in one of their close friends who is knowledgeable in GTA Online modding to examine the footage, and his conclusion will shock you. Even Peaceful Lemon's own expert concluded that he was likely modding. And this is where they would go on to beg me to not release any footage because it would harm the PvP community from their perspective. If Peaceful Lemon was innocent, why was his best friend begging me behind the scenes to not release any evidence? This should show you exactly how innocent Peaceful Lemon actually is. One more thing I want to address, his hand cams. He uses these hand cam videos as proof he's not cheating, painstakingly so, but you can actually disguise this, and he knows that. In any trigger bot and silent aimbot worth its salt, you can bind your mouse 1 button, which is the fire button, to activate both at the same time, meaning that you can disguise your clicks as legitimate shots, when in reality, you're using mouse 1 to activate your trigger bot and silent aim scripts. Peaceful Lemon as an experienced player should know this, that handcam footage can be disguised as legitimate. The actual value in handcam footage is to see if your clicks sync up.
All I'm hearing is y'all niggas need to get the fuck off PC. That's all I'm hearing, bro. That's all I'm hearing. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. I feel like everybody gets accused of being a cheater. Even on console, shit. But one thing on PC, and this off experience, motherfucker, all I did was graphic mods, my nigga. I put graphic mods on my game, and I only played one person. Actually, he's in the chat. He's in the chat, and we both had the same menu. His name is Karma GTA. I kid you not. I put graphic mods on my shit, and I made a video where with what's the name, using damage mods, okay? But mind you, it's only one player, and I never played no public sessions on PC. I never played any other player besides my boy Karma. And then it's been so, like, the whole PC community was saying that I was a cheater. It was like, damn, how can a console player that has been around for years, that's been in the PvP community for years on console, just can be considered a cheater just for simply making content and trying to make his game look better while using graphic mods, you know? So at this point, it's like, look, the truth of the matter is, bro, if you use any mods, graphic mods, any mods, you are a modder. You are a modder. But what I try to tell people is, just because you're modding doesn't mean you're cheating. Crashing people doesn't give you an advantage over anybody skill-wise. The only thing it gives you an advantage on is you slamming their fucking shit off. Like, they can't play the game at all, my nigga. I mean, that's it. It doesn't give you no type of advantage within the skill. You feel me? So I don't really look at that as cheating. I look at that more so of like motherfucker, you that's like booting somebody offline. You know what I mean? That's like hitting somebody offline. It's like it doesn't really have nothing to do with the game, really. I understand that it's a mod, but I don't really see that as cheating. Now, trigger by, aim by, anything that gives you an advantage within skill, that's the shit I see as like actual cheating, my nigga. So I'm hearing everything he's saying with the tracers and shit like that. If you want my opinion on this, I'm hearing everything he's saying with the tracers, and I see what he's talking about. But he also stated that there are some, legitimate shots that can also look suspicious too. So with that being said, if there's also legit shots that can also look like that, how can we say that he's using that stuff? That's my only question to you, Astora. That's my only question. That's the only question I have. You feel me? I get what you're saying, but this is what I mean. Like, motherfuckers use shit like that, and then you're saying, okay, you can disguise the clicks and all that shit by having hotkeys for the mods. Yeah, you can say that too, which could be true, which is true probably. You know, y'all know more about PC than me, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna take our word and say it's true. And you just showed it. You just showed how you can use the hotkey, right? Yeah, you can do it, but again, that's not showing he's actually did it. I mean, it's gonna be very hard to prove that somebody is a cheater, man. You know, but I hear everything you saying. I'm hearing everything you saying. That's what I thought too until you versus Pro 1v1. That one example isn't anything remotely close to legit ones, really.
With your shots to determine if the shots are legit and you're hitting them yourself. But Peaceful Lemon freely admits that his hand cam footage isn't synced. So what's the point in even showing it? Let alone using it as evidence of your innocence. Not to mention, he slaps on
hold on.
Showing it. It's that his hand cam footage isn't synced. So what's the point in even showing it? Let alone using it as evidence of your innocence. Not to mention, he slaps on ugly filters on all of his handcam footage, meaning that even if we wanted to see if the shots sync up, we can't, because he's purposefully making this handcam footage harder to see. He's banking on your inexperience in the subject, since most people believe that handcam equals legit, to trick you into believing he is legit. But he, and I, and other experienced players know that not only can you fake it, you need to sync your shots to prove your legitimacy. This all began with me starting to make a video a while back about numerous PC players on TikTok using closet cheats for views, and Peaceful Lemon just happened to be one of those names. But after a year of lies and deceit, and most likely cheating during an important 1v1 versus pro, he had to take somewhat of a priority. Peaceful Lemon was a cheater back in the day.
So when you say most likely cheating, you ain't say he is cheating, you're saying he most likely cheated. I'm just saying, Astoria. I need your word that he cheated. Ain't no most likely. No, I need to hear he cheated against you versus pro from Astora. That's what I need to hear. It ain't no most likely nothing, you know? Because when you say most likely, you're under the assumption that he cheated against you versus pro. I need to hear motherfucker Peaceful Lemon cheated against you versus pro, and I'm 100% sure. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts or nothing. That's what I need to hear. I don't want to hear no most likely nothing. I need full on 100% proof, my nigga. I need 100% proof of everything. I'm sorry. I need it. I need the proof, fam. I need the proof. You know what I mean? So I'm hearing you. I am. But I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying that nigga come up. How can you justify? How can you, like, y'all saying everything? Okay, he was a cheater on PC, right? I'm gonna switch this over to console. Have y'all seen how good he is sniping on console? What do you have to say about that? I just think it's hard. It's hard for me to believe. Like maybe if he was like terrible on console. I mean horrible. You know what I mean? With the snipers, maybe I'd be like, okay, then maybe he did cheat on PC. But I'm telling you, no glaze. That nigga Lemon is like, why nobody trying to play Lemon snipers, bro? There's no YouTuber besides me and Arson that play Lemon snipers. I haven't seen nobody else do a 1v1 with Peaceful Lemon on console with the sniper, bro. Nobody. Nobody. You know what I mean? Let's see what y'all saying, man. We all cheaters at some point. 100% of disinfectants killed 90. That was funny. All this over a game. Internet is crazy. This will not affect your life at all, but only shrinks your brain and wastes your time. Lifeless motherfuckers. That's crazy. You can text on YouTube. You versus pro only lost by 1 point at dogs. If he was cheating without the wouldn't the gap be way bigger? Good point. What's the name? Let me see. Let me read all y'all comments. So go ahead and give off y'all opinion before I. How long is the video? So we got.
It's confirmed.
So we got. Hold on. Let me go back. So we don't got. Yeah, we got like a little bit less than 10 minutes. Let's see. Rico got lemon on his face, bro. His knees getting sore. I think your knees getting sore. Dick riding. Rico, would you say exit lag a cheat also? It's an application that improves FPS. Yeah. Anything that helps you within PvP. If it helps you in PvP, it's cheating. Simple. If anything helps, well, look. X lag, motherfucker, what's the name? Motherfucker, God mode, anything that gives you an advantage within PvP is cheating, bro. Okay? You know what I mean? It's just, the thing is with that, man, it's like, if you want me to be honest with you, there's no such thing as cheating in free mode. Okay? There is no such thing as cheating in free mode. The only thing that there's a problem with free mode is that there's exploits. So when motherfuckers go underneath the ground, or underneath the map, when motherfuckers cloud sniping and shit like that, motherfuckers going God mode, that's the shit that's a problem. But free mode in itself, there's no such thing as cheating, because the whole point of free mode is to constantly put yourself at an advantage, is to constantly outsmart other players, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Or if motherfuckers using a oppressor MK2, you go and pull out a what? Whichever vehicle that's beating that, which is what? The deluxe or whatever, right? So that's the whole point of free mode, is always to outsmart the other player and put yourself at an advantage. But the problem is when you use exploits, and I'm sure we can all agree that exploits is not a good thing in this game, especially right now with the God mode and, going like underneath the map. These are things that I've never did before. I don't have time to find out how to do any of these things. The only thing I know how to do, and I just found out how to do, by the way, because y'all taught me. I literally just found this out when on my stream like 2-3 months ago, and that's job teleporting. That's it, and you can consider that an exploit too, right? But that's the only thing that I've done, is just job teleporting, like getting to places faster. Everything else I'd never tried to do or never did anything like that ever. That's exactly my point, Rico. You can't deny the console stuff where they can't cheat. Yeah, that's the only thing. Like, Lemon is like that on console too. So like, if he's that good on console, why wouldn't he be even better on something that he's been on way longer? That's the only thing. Like, it's just like, it's hard to believe. You feel me? It's hard to believe, bro. That's all it is. Like, I think it's just something that I'm gonna have to like look. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You feel me? You can't get mad for nobody opinion. You can't, if you hear somebody opinion is different from your opinion, you can't get mad at that, my nigga. That's the reason why motherfuckers, Charlie Kirk got cooked just because he was stating his opinion. Everybody should have the right to state their opinion without having to deal with a motherfucker getting upset and crying because y'all got different views, bro. You know what I mean? So just because I think that Peaceful Lemon isn't a cheater as far as sniping on PC, that doesn't mean anything. That's not a fact. My opinion isn't a fact. Your opinion isn't a fact. You feel me? That's just that. All right, let's see what else. God mode has been in the game for years. I seen proof. I say he's cheating. Recall Mash Snake better. Nah, I don't care. I don't understand what part don't this bed get. If you think Snake is better, brother. I truly could care less. Like, I could care less. You feel me? I don't care who's the better YouTuber. I don't care who's the better player. I am here to give my reaction and to state my opinion. I'm sure majority of the people that are in this chat have seen this video, and I am no different from you. The only thing that is different from me and you is the fact that I have a community and I'm sharing my opinion with everybody. That's the only thing different.
How to get people out D5 go game mode.
I don't know how to do that shit. look, I'm not playing nobody that play God mode. Once I notice you're in God mode, I'm out of there. What's the point of playing somebody that is not trying to die? There ain't no point in me doing no weird shit, me trying to get you up out of no God mode. I'm not finna do that, fam. The game is, 12 years old. W don't know, by the way. The game is 12 years old. I'm not about to waste my time and go out of my way to try to get your nerdy ass out of God mode. If you don't want to fight, I'm not going to fight you. That's how I take it, my nigga. Anybody that plays God mode, I'm going to automatically assume that you don't want to fight. So if you don't want to fight, I'm not going to fight you. It's simple. The fuck I'm going to do against somebody? Like, there's nothing you can do. I'm not finna go out my way and try to get you out of God mode. It's not happening. It's not the game. It's not that deep. If you don't want to fight, if you don't want to die, if you're scared to die, if you care so much about score, I'm just simply not going to fight you. And you see why motherfuckers like Snake and all these free mode YouTubers, if you pay close attention, a lot of these free mode YouTubers, including myself, we fight noobs, bro. Because the noobs are the only ones fighting back. The noobs are the only ones fighting back. My nigga. The noobs are the only ones that will actually 1v1 you too. So I have to expose the truth about free mode content, bro. Okay? We don't go after the motherfuckers that care about score. You're not going to get no content out of that. I've tried, and how do I know? I've tried multiple times. I used to think back when I started doing free mode content, y'all know I was a BHAW player, right? I was a BHAW player, so I went against the most sweatiest sweats.
We should run a friendly 1v1 just for fun.
Thing is, I don't have fun playing the game, brother. So I don't have fun playing the game, so you know, I don't know. Maybe close to GTA 6, I'll 1v1 as many people as I can, you know, just for the memories and shit. I don't know, who knows. But like I said, bro, that's the truth. You can't get no content out of what's the name? Out of tryhards, out of real actual score warriors. You can't. It's impossible. You feel me? And I know that from experience. When I first started doing this shit, bro, I literally only targeted tryhards. Like, I mean tryhards. And then I started realizing, bro, I'm not about to sit here and try to get kills off a nigga that is doing the most to not die. I don't mind the EWOing. I don't mind none of that. Like, EWOing has always been a part of the game since 2016. Not even before 2016. I'm only saying 2016 because I feel like that's when a lot of dirty players started to actually play dirty. That's when a lot of people started to EWO. Brother, you're not going to get no content from fighting actual tryhards, bro. It's that simple. You know, and if you do, it's going to be very, very rare, and the video is probably going to be boring. It's that simple. Yeah, he admitted to joining PC with free Epic Games promotion, stating that he was a PS4 player before hand in the same Discord server where he admitted to crashing people. PvP is unplayable now because of freeze and God mode. The Leader Game is releasing a video on Eliza. Can't wait. I thought they were cool. EWOing is like playing like a professional. Nobody gives a fuck about the Leader Game. Best thing to do with God mode is the yeah. Record the W
Nobody
speech.
Fights good, tired of running into wannabe.
Bro, I'm not here, bro. People gotta understand, man. People gotta understand. I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing with nobody no more. You feel me? I don't give a fuck if I'm cool with you. I've been this way since. I've been this way for a minute, you know, and I'm glad there's a lot of people that actually see that I'm really don't give a fuck. So I don't give a fuck if you're a Peaceful Lemon. I don't care if you're Snake. I don't care if you're Stora. I don't care if you're MetPro. I'm gonna call shit out if I think it's wrong. You feel me? The motherfucking crashing Lemon did was wrong. What else can we do? What you want me to do? Do you want me to go to Lemon and ask him, yo, slide your address so I can slap you upside your head for crashing motherfuckers 3-4 years ago? What you want me to do? There's not, like, bro, it's not that deep. It happened already. Bro was on PlayStation 5 going crazy. What you want me to do to Snake? He was pointing fingers and shit. You feel me? And it turns out he was doing the exploits too. What you want me to do? It's not that deep, fam. Like, it's really, to be, like I said, the beef is stupid. It's entertaining. I've been covering this beef since it started, bro. And it's stupid. The way it started is so stupid. It all started because Snake got jumped, my nigga. He got jumped. Now, motherfucker, if I got jumped by some tryhards and I knew they were content creators, my nigga, and I cared that much, because clearly Snake, he made a whole thing about it. And he wanted to prove that Peaceful Lemon is a bad player. I was going to say a bad person, but I don't know if that's what he's trying to do. I don't know. You got to ask him. But I know for a fact he's trying to prove that he's a bad player. You feel me? And I'm not talking about skill-wise. I'm talking about like his actions and shit like that. And you might have some shit that, you know, that could back that up. Crashing people. But look, I'm going to tell you this right now. Not everybody is a saint, bro. Okay? As chill as I am, as cool as I am, as real as I am today, 25 years old, I did some fucked up shit in the community in the past too, bro. All right? I'm not afraid to tell people, and I've already told y'all already that I scammed people when I was 18, 17 years old. This was back when I was a BHAW player in 2017, 2018. You feel me? I scammed the fuck out of people when I was 18. But, like, what does it matter now? I'm 25 years old. I know my rights from wrongs. I will never, ever do no shit like that ever again. Especially being the fact that I take my brand very serious. I don't want nothing bad, nothing on my name. I don't want no weird shit. Y'all know how I am, bro. You feel me? So look, my whole thing is, bro, not everybody is perfect. And that includes you watching the stream. We don't know what you did behind camera or in your lifetime, and not even just on the game. You feel me? So for anybody to judge people off they past is kind of like, yeah, I get where Snake was coming from, and I get where Astora is coming from too. And mind you, Astora is only in this because he was dragged into this. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. So I get Astora coming out with this shit and putting his 2 cents into it and his opinion. And you know what? I agree with I see what you're trying to say, Astora, and I'm hearing you out. It's just, I feel like with me being in so disbelief of, nigga, like, bro, you have to play him on console. I just want to see one YouTuber. Play Lemon on console. Snipe him on console. And when you done sniping him on console, I want you to ask yourself, do you think he cheated on PC? Now look, let me also say this. Just because he's good on console, that does not mean that he didn't cheat on PC. Vice versa. All right, so I'm aware of that too. I know, look, I'm smart. I'm not stupid, okay? So I know it's the same shit, just different. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is it's not enough for me. For me. It might be enough for you. You know what I mean? It might be enough for whoever else. But me personally, it's not enough for me, bro. You feel me? And the fact that he's literally on console and only on console, and there hasn't been nobody's trying to play him snipers on console. Nobody. Just play him. See how good he really is. See how bad he really is. Simple. I didn't slap Lemon. Bro, I'm not good at the game no more. But I will tell you this right now, bro. When I play Lemon in a 1v1 on console, I have no problem being honest right now, bro. When I played Lemon 1v1 on console, snipers only. I'm not talking about BHAW. BHAW, I ain't gonna lie, Lemon was a noob. Okay? Obviously. When I 1v1 Peaceful Lemon, it was my first game on and probably about like a week or two. But I'm not here to make no excuses because I'm gonna tell you right the fuck now. When I got on the game, there's some times where I will not play for a week or 2 or 3 weeks, and I get on the game and I'll hit like a god. I won't miss no shots. And when I played Lemon, it was one of those days. You can go and watch the 1v1, bro. I was hitting my shots like a motherfucker, my nigga. And Lemon was too. So unless he has somebody on his account, for all the people that's trying to accuse Lemon of being a cheater, then that you can say that. But I'm just saying based off what Lemon, Man, Lemon is good on console, but he played console way before ever playing PC. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true. People say he's a PC player who moved to console, but it was actually the other way around. He was more experienced on console. Really? Really? I think Prime Recoil was shit on Lemon. Don't talk about Prime Recoil, because look, when I talk about my Prime, I talk the most shit. I still do. I be like, motherfucker, he ain't beat me in my Prime. I don't know. It's because I can. You know, it's like, I know how good I was when I was a nerd. I was like y'all niggas, fam. I didn't get the fuck off the game at all. I mean, 3-4 hours sniping straight with other nerds. Like, bro, it was different back in the day. Recoil, where is the part of Snake talking about the start of the beef where he supposedly got messaged by someone in a session that told Snake who those guys were? Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Wait, hold on. He cooked. Hold on. We gonna keep watching the video, and I hope Snake shows that message, because we gotta, yo, bro, mind you, I ain't gonna lie. Thank God you brought that up, cause I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? But I know what you're talking about now, bro. What's the name? Snake said that somebody sent him a message and said that was what's the name? That was Peaceful Lemon, right? Where's that message? Where's the message that? Hold on. Excuse me. That he broke out the information that it was Snake on that account. That right there is that's a big piece of the fucking picture, bro. Like, we need that, because that's gonna show if Snake is lying or not. I'm glad you brought that up, WIQ, because I headed into this video, that was definitely a big question that I had. Hey Rico, when you starting a GTA 5 pay trade? Never. I will never pay any. I will never have y'all pay to get better at this game right now. Maybe years ago when this shit was popping. But if you trying to pay to get better right now in 2025, it's diabolical. All I'm going to say to you is practice a lot. If you really want to get good, practice. Simple. This shit is free. You can become better than anybody you want to become better than. Me, Lemon, fucking security. Anybody you want to become better than, you can get better than them. All you have to do is practice and be on the game. That's all you got to do.
He had to take somewhat,
but let's keep watching the video. Let's finish the video.
Of a priority. Peaceful Lemon was a cheater back in the day. It's confirmed. Based off this alone, you can call him a modder. But after admitting to using others to crash players for him later on, as well as everything Peaceful Lemon's own expert witness said, we can also conclude that he continues to cheat wherever possible up until today. But why though? Why go this far? I believe Peaceful Lemon to be a very insecure individual, and his entire personality shows that. It's 2025, little bro. Nobody cares if you are the best GTA 5 player. GTA 6 is literally around the corner. Take the fight he showed in his response video.
Look at the way I caught him on PlayStation a few weeks ago. Does it look like Astura has any say PvP-wise? Punch in the air, rage, quitting and everything. You gotta be crazy if you think he knows anything about PvP.
He found me on PS5 and got an epic 3-0 against me. Very sad indeed. I was distraught. However, sadly, despite his best attempts to blare out his name, I had the whole session recorded and it went quite differently than he portrayed. I was getting scramjet footage for my next video in Bad Sport, and whilst fighting the rest of the lobby, a random came up to me and got 3 kills on me. Very sad. What he didn't show was the hero loop he was stuck in for a good 5 minutes after the fact, where he was scared to get killed by me in an 11-year-old online video game. The funny part was, since I'm obviously making a...
So look, I'm not going to sit here and act like I wouldn't have did the same shit, because I'm a tryhard. Okay, I'm an OG player, fam. And look, if you got a scramjet over my head, fam, and I know you going to kill me, my boy, I'm a Ewo. I'm a Ewo, bro. That's all I'm going to say. I'm straight. If you grab a tank, I'm Ewoing. If you grab a savage, I'm Ewoing. If you grab anything, if any vehicle that has fucking ammo, rockets, missiles, cannons, anything you putting yourself at an advantage, I'm Ewoing. I'm gonna try to take your ass out with a rocket. If I can't make it to whatever vehicle I need to make it to counter to whatever the fuck you have, I'm Ewoing. Because I'm not about to just let you get an advantage over me by using a scramjet or any other vehicle while I'm on the ground. That's what I mean with free mode. You can do whatever the fuck you want, bro. You know, free mode is stupid. Everything about free mode is stupid. This is, like, you cannot take PvP serious in free mode. You just can't. If you take free mode, like, this shit is only good for content. Is only good for entertainment. If you take this shit serious, you're... Somebody said, read what Snake said. Let me put it this way. If I knew it was him, or if I didn't know it was him, his friends orbed and jumped me in the 3v1. Then he comes along, clearly friends with those guys, and starts aiming at me. Again, it doesn't change any of the facts. And he replied to somebody who's sad. Snake, you should have just put that message in the video, and you can win a debate and end this, bro. Again, it doesn't change any of the facts. What, that he jumped you? So basically, Snake is saying, regardless if he knew, if he didn't know, he got jumped. That's what I'm hearing. Regardless if he knew or if he didn't know, he got jumped by Lemon and delete your game. That's what he's saying. Because we know now, obviously. But you told everybody that you knew that it was Lemon and delete your game. That's the problem, Snake. That's the only problem, is that you told people you knew it was them because somebody sent you a message. I'm going to be consistent on both sides. You feel me? But that's what you said. You feel me?
Project video. I was desperate for footage of people killing me with the railgun in the air specifically, to use as an example. I literally even resorted to making scripted clips just so I had enough footage for the video. But in my fight, unknowingly against Peaceful Lemon, he couldn't even hit me once because he was too busy EWOing. For someone with the best aim in GTA, his aim was quite poor and set my video back a few days. Thank you for that, Peaceful Lemon. I really appreciate it. I'm fine with Peaceful Lemon being better at me at GTA. I grant him the desirable reward of being better than me, the silly GTA sans. I just don't know why he thinks that's a highly...
I love the sarcasm, bro.
...sought after reward. His whole persona kinda crumbles when you realise that he probably cares just a little bit too much. He's like an Arson Y that uses an AI voice. Nobody has a problem with Arson being better than them. He's definitely better than me at the game. It's all the other stuff that people take issue with. Same with you, my lemony friend. Peaceful Lemon tries to act tough on an 11-year-old video game and brags about shooting people in his TikTok comment section despite wearing Mickey Mouse gloves whilst he plays because he's too scared to show his hand tattoos. Whenever...
I ain't gonna lie, that was a good one. That was a good one. The leech your game was a good one. This is a good one. Yo, Estora, chill, fam. Bro said Mickey Mouse gloves though, cause he's scared to show his hands. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that was hilarious. That was funny. Yo, my boy been a bronze member for 8 months. W-Mans.
An 11-year-old video game and brags about shooting people in his TikTok comment section despite wearing Mickey Mouse gloves whilst he plays because he's too scared to show his hand tattoos. Whenever he tries to act tough on the car shooting game again, just remember you're playing against this. I'm perfectly happy being bad at the game. I just want to make my silly videos. What I hope to never be is cringe, like Peaceful Lemon.
That shit
the funny thing is, Lemon called me out in his Shnake response for helping me make it, when in reality, as shown in these screenshots here, I had actually no part to play in it, since I didn't even see his message asking to help with that video. One more little lie he said, of course. But you can probably tell I did help out with this one. Thanks for bringing us together, Lemon. Your lie about my initial involvement really was the glue that held this little partnership together. Okay, that's me done. I'm glad to finally have this behind me. Thanks for watching my entire segment, Recoil. You've done an amazing job at reacting.
Love you, bro.
In this next clip, Lemon is showcasing a video released by George King. This clip and George's thumbnail both make me out to be a cargo griefer, but I'm going to show you what actually happened here.
What actually happened?
I saw two players inside a Hunter helicopter going after an MC president who was trying to run cargo. They killed him and then went back to blow up his supplies. So I shot those two guys out of their helicopter a few seconds later. A little while later, I was chasing them down while they drove an armored police van. This showed up saying I destroyed heist prep equipment. But if you look back at the mini-map, there was no special blip saying they were doing work. Not that I would have cared. They were cargo griefers anyway.
Right.
But George didn't go after those guys. For some reason, he came after me instead.
Really?
And yet another thing I have to correct Lemon on is this. He says I'm on top of a building using thermals. You can clearly see I'm not. But from here, I played fair and took my deaths like a man, even though I was fighting multiple people, not just George.
Okay.
You can see the Brown CEO
So he
here
showed
is
he
not
using
my
thermals,
friend. Yet Lemon said
showing
me
that
and
he's
my
focused
friends
on
teamed
multiple
up
people.
against George. When the real reason multiple people were attacking him is because he started fights with multiple people.
Okay.
Now this was all a big misunderstanding and mistakes were made on both sides. George and I even spoke about it afterwards and moved on. But I do find it kind of
Bro,
funny
this is what
how
I
George
mean,
is
bro.
trying-
Fuck the bullshit, nigga. Bro, this free mode. I'm shooting everybody at this point. Everybody getting it. You, him. Look, bro. I want y'all to know this right now. I don't want y'all to know this right now. Y'all hear me? I make free mode videos. I do not claim to be an anti-griefer. I don't claim to be a griefer. I'm just me, motherfucker. If I want to shoot you, I'm going to shoot you. I don't give a fuck. I'm not sending you no messages, nothing, talking about it was a misunderstanding. Fuck you, nigga. That's how I'm feeling at this point. It's Grand Theft Auto. I know, hey, look, Snake, Lemon, fuck all that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm telling GTA 6 come out, everybody getting it.
to use this
I'm on some ATA shit. I'm
Lemon
telling you.
situation as an opportunity
Fuck
to
the
garner some
bullshit,
attention
nigga.
for himself. He's been tagging me in posts for the last few days, but I've just ignored him so he could make his video thinking I didn't have the original one to show what actually happened. And for anyone else wondering why I made that video private, it's because I used real music in it and had to remove the songs. Same with a lot of my original videos.
Okay.
This meant there were large portions of those older videos with absolute silence, so I decided to just take them all down. Being an anti-griefer, I've made thousands of enemies over the years. There's a lot of people out there who legitimately hate
That's
me
crazy, a
because
story.
I've stopped them from ruining the game for other people and exposed them on YouTube. And
Right.
lately, some of them are crawling out of the woodwork and tagging me in posts and uploading out of context clips in attempt to make me look bad when the full story is rarely ever shown.
Right.
Have I teleported away from people? Yes. Have I
Right.
EWO'd in the past? On a very rare occasion. But I don't make a habit of it. I don't
Okay.
start fights with people and then play like a coward. I've shown plenty of videos where I get destroyed while being outnumbered. I still stand my ground. But at the same time, I'm not a punching bag for these people. If I'm not in the mood of getting farmed by groups of players who team up against me and still play dirty, I don't have to stick around for it.
Okay.
I've showed you that the racist claims about me were incorrect, that I'm not, as Lemon said, linked with a predator, and I've openly admitted to my wrongdoings from the past.
Right,
I'm
right.
not perfect.
Respect.
Nobody is.
Right.
Which is why I would really like to see Lemon come out and admit to his mod menu usage. Nobody is going to blacklist you for it. You're still a very good player,
Right.
and you make very entertaining videos. I think
Right.
people would have a huge respect for you if you spoke about it.
Right.
Removed the hate speech
Yo,
from
yo,
your
yo, what's
YouTube
up with the soft talking? What y'all gonna kiss or some shit, my nigga? Nah, fuck this shit. You should have said, nah, fuck you, nigga. Fuck your content. Your shit trash. That's why I surpassed you in subscribers. Nah, see, y'all niggas weak nowadays, bro. What type of beef? I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear this. Like, y'all might as well kiss at this point. Hold on. You mean tell me this beef been going on for all this long, bro? And you about to... Nah, don't give him no credit. Don't give him no credit. Fuck all that. Now I'm on my instigating shit. I see why low-key was instigating at this point. I don't want to see this shit, bro. All right, fuck it. Like, come on, man. I'm thinking he on some shit, bro.
channel.
Nah, man.
Stop the Score Warrior playstyle and just had some fun with the game. I want this beef to end. You dragged this up after almost a year when you told everyone I tried to jump you. When you knew deep down it wasn't me, but yet you tried your best to embarrass me. To keep blaming me for restarting the beef is unfair. And it's unfair to complain that I called Delete the leech when your entire video you were labeling me as a lizard. I'm not saying I want to be friends with either of you, but I want to be able to play the game on PlayStation without you guys joining my sessions. I want to be able to turn on YouTube without seeing my name slandered for absolutely no reason. At some point, one of us just needs to stop this nonsense.
Fuck that shit. Look, man, look. I ain't gonna lie though. Look, all jokes aside, you feel me? Look. Look, I ain't gonna lie, from this point forward, it was a very entertaining beef. I ain't gonna lie. This was something else. This was different. We never see no shit like this in the community. So I want to say it was a very entertaining beef. I just think it was stupid. You know what I mean? And that goes on both ends, motherfucker. Lemon and Snake. You feel me? This shit could have all been avoided if you would have did it old school and just fought. Fuck the you know what I mean? But the thing is, bro, they're both like, they got the same content, bro. You know, they always got to prove that somebody is in the wrong. That's what it is with them. They got to always prove that somebody's in the wrong and that they are better or are in the right. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the thing with Snake is he doesn't give a fuck about being better than anybody. He just wants to prove that Lemon isn't who he, I guess, says or portrays to be on YouTube. And I think Lemon is doing the same shit. They're both doing the same shit. You know what I mean? But what's the name? At this point, I ain't gonna lie, I thought, look, I'll say this, bro. I thought within the hour video I seen from Lemon, I'm like, yeah, nah, Snake ain't gonna come back from this. Because I ain't gonna lie, that video was crazy. Like, even with like the cinematics and shit, I thought it was funny. But adding Astoria into this shit, because Lemon went and basically assumed that Astoria gave Snake some information, I ain't gonna lie, that was funny. That was good shit. That was good work. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was a good video. It was a good video, bro. You feel me? Look. This is my last take. This is my last take. And look, I'm gonna tell you, y'all have my word. I was very interested in this beef. That's why I've been covering it since it happened. Back then, Snake he wasn't even that known. I think he had like 5K at the time. So I want to say hats off to Snake because he's been doing his thing. All right, so I gotta give flowers. You feel me? I gotta give flowers when this dude. Same thing with Lemon, but I'm sure Snake had a significant. Lemon had a significant amount of subscribers more than Snake did around the time this shit happened. Like I said, Snake had like 5K. Lemon had like 20K, 25K, some shit like that. So like, y'all have my word, bro. If Lemon drops another video, I feel like this should be it, because Lemon dropped a whole hour video. You feel me? And that was supposed to be the bomb. And I feel like Snake dropped the perfect video to respond to that, you know? And basically where I'm at within the whole entire beef right now is, motherfucker, this shit was for nothing but entertainment. I look at y'all both the same. I've been saying this shit since I've been reacting to y'all. Y'all both are the same to me. Y'all both did some fucked up shit. Now, mind you, I'm gonna be honest on this. I'm gonna be completely honest, bro. What Lemon did was a lot more fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. Crashing people, I'm gonna be honest, bro. That's fucked up. You know what I mean? But again, what the fuck can we do? We're in 2025. That should happen in 2021. You know what I mean? What can we do? What should I do? There's nothing I can do. It ain't nothing I can do, you know? But there's something that y'all can do. And if y'all really want to come together, and if y'all really want to squash the beef, Snake, I know you don't give a fuck. I know you don't care about being better than Lemon, you know? But I feel like if y'all just come together, you said you didn't want to, because, all right, look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, chat. Lemon knows this and Snake already knows this, but I've spoken to both of them outside of YouTube. All right. Lemon was trying to get in contact with Snake. Lemon and Delete Your Game tried to get in contact with Snake. Snake said, nah, fuck that. I don't want to speak to them. You know what I mean? He was like, I'm going to drop my video and that's going to be it. You know what I mean? Which is understandable. I can't make nobody. There's nothing I can do. You know, I'm just the middleman at this point, bro. And I wasn't even supposed to be the middleman. I just so happen to be the middleman because I'm neutral. I'm cool with Snake and Lemon. So that's the thing with that, bro. But if y'all really want to end the beef, if you want to take my advice, bro, if you don't want to like 1v1, right? Because you feel like there's no reason to do the 1v1. I feel like if you want to 1v1 somebody, you got to have some sort of confidence that you're going to win. That's how I see 1v1s. I'm not going to 1v1 somebody in something that I know that I'm not full confident that I'm going to win. That's just how I am. It doesn't matter if it's GTA, 2K, whatever game, motherfucking Connect 4. If I'm not confident I'm going to win, I'm not going to do it. And that's just the competitive spirit in me, bro. That goes for anything. So I don't know what Snake's reasons are for, but I know that he doesn't give a fuck. But like I said, if you're not trying to do the 1v1, you feel me? The least you can do is at least try to talk it out. Come to what's the name? You can agree to disagree. Come to a truce, because at this point, y'all talking about getting to court. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, y'all both talking about getting to court. It's like, bruh, y'all might as well get the court involved right now. Y'all already speaking on bullshit, lying and shit. And man, look, I just say, look, man, if y'all want my advice, look, there's 3 ways to go about it. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all the best way to go about it. I'm gonna tell y'all the best way. No, there's actually 2 ways. And there's only one way, which I think is the best way to go about it. Y'all come together and y'all talk and y'all try to understand each other or whatever the case. If y'all can't, agree to disagree. You feel me? And try to work out a 1v1 or a way to come together and make content. Because I feel like that would be good for the community. All right? If y'all did a 1v1, it will blow the fuck up. You feel me? 2, just simply don't just let it die. You know, Peaceful Lemon is dead to Snake. Snake is dead to Peaceful Lemon. Y'all do y'all own content, and hopefully y'all don't have the same what's the name? The same experience y'all had when y'all first fought each other, bro. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, bro. Yo, Koi, what's going on, my boy? But imagine Snake wins. That's not happening, man. But if he won, that would be hilarious, though. I ain't gonna lie. This all about GTA playstyles. Nah, it's some free mode content shit. Shouldn't make a. They're not gonna talk in the Discord, man. They're anonymous for a reason. They're anonymous YouTubers for a reason. They're not gonna share their voice at all. That's not happening. So even if I wanted to do some back in the day shit and get both YouTubers on, I wouldn't be able to do that anyway, man. But like I said, if I'm sure Lemon will probably still be down to talk, Snake. Snake, if you don't, that's completely fine. If you just want to go about your business, you already popping on YouTube, brother. You feel me? You're already doing your thing. You don't got to do shit else at this point. You know what I mean? Go ahead and keep doing what you're doing. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good content. And the same thing goes for Lemon. And hopefully y'all don't cross paths again. Hopefully. Because this shit is gonna come back. It's gonna come back. Oh man. Are you gonna talk about Lemon lying on Snake name? What do you mean? Alright, put 1 in the chat if y'all Snake. Put 1 in the chat if you're team Snake. Put 2 in the chat if you team Lemon. Let me do this shit before I wrap this stream up. How long I've been live? Put 1 in the chat if you team Snake. Put 2 in the chat if you're team Lemon. 1 for Snake, 2 for Lemon. Cause I know there's people in here that's gonna still be taking sides and shit, which is fine. You like who you like, my nigga. It's like the Eagles versus the fucking, I don't know, whatever team I don't know. I don't watch football, my nigga. Feel me? Team Recoil. Yeah. But yeah, I'm done. like I said, if Peaceful Lemon drops a video, I'll probably still watch it. I just want to do a reaction to it because I feel like at this point it's like now I feel like if I were to do another reaction, I feel like it would just be. It's gotten to the point to where it's not like it wouldn't be entertaining anymore, pretty much, because then it is like going in a circle at this point. It's going in a circle. You feel me? And nothing is really being proved to me as far as Lemon actually cheating with Dame Biden and shit like that. It's just that's to me though. You feel me? And I only come on here to literally voice my opinion and give y'all my reaction because I have a community. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm done with this. Feel me? All right, Snake, you have a good one, my boy. My mom told me picking sides or bullying, and Lemon doesn't like bullying. Oh man. All right, y'all. Well, with that being said, hopefully y'all boys enjoyed the stream. If y'all have, y'all boys make sure I leave a like on the stream if y'all haven't already. Go check out the Snake video. Leave a like if you watch this video from my reaction and didn't get a chance to watch this video. Make sure you go over there and show him some love. Leave a comment or whatever the case. And I will finally be dropping a video. I don't know if it's going to be on Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving. I'm still deciding, but I am going to be dropping my video very soon. Okay, it's time I start doing my own content, right? I've been lazy as shit, all right? I haven't been wanting to edit. I haven't been wanting to play the game. So I've been lazy. I'm not going to lie. This is the lazy way of me giving y'all content. This is the only way because it's like if I'm not willing to edit as much and play the game as much, I feel like this is the only way that I can, at least give y'all something. You feel me? So but I will be uploading a video very, very soon. All right, y'all. And it's gonna be hilarious. it's gonna be fucking hilarious. If y'all thought my last video was hilarious, wait till y'all see this video. It's gonna be something else, man. It's gonna be something else. But all right, I'm out, man. Y'all boys enjoy the rest of y'all night. Have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow or today. Technically today for me, because it's about to be 2:00 in the morning. But y'all boys have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a happy holiday. Make sure y'all enjoy the time with y'all family. Make sure y'all eat good. You feel me? And always thank God for everything. You know what I mean? I don't know if you are a Christian or Muslim or whatever the case, but one thing we all believe in is God. So if anything, just thank God. All right? Be grateful. All right, man. I'm out. Y'all boys enjoy y'all night. All right? Peace.